It was the best of times, it was the blurst of times, it was the best, it was the best, it was the best of times, it was
40
the
folks out
worst of
tonight.
times.
We are breaking up into two groups, trying something different. Great looking group, flat course. But what's this? Another game-breaking Zwift glitch.
Fucking go!
Luckily, they are able to late join, so all is well. Bit of a different situation this week. The A group is... Who are you waving at, Jay Delaney? How did you do that? The A group is going to jump at 10 minutes, and then the B group is going to jump at 12 and a half minutes. So trying to form slightly stronger groups each week, bigger groups each week. You can see it splitting up there. Wilson Tran is saying Jesus here, probably complaining about his elitist frame rate, courtesy of his elitist laptop. And we are into the first climb. Nothing too crazy happening here. A bit of an effort there from Sherwood Plant, who is surely full of rage after his late start. Couple of folks sort of off the front here. T-House. We're going to see a lot more of T-House this week. Into the descent, we've maybe lost a couple of folks, but not really. Things are pretty tame so far. Turn along, good race, and then...
Fucking roll!
Everybody is gone. Everybody is gone. I am the only one left. I am by myself in this personless, empty void. This void of desert plains and, ancient arches and palm trees. Can you imagine just like the long-term psychological and psychic implications and repercussions if this did happen to you? If you were in the world and then suddenly for 7 minutes everyone disappeared, you would be fundamentally shattered and shaken as a being in the world. But luckily, I am able to message a friend of mine via Facebook Messenger. They relate to the group that we got to let up a little bit, which is insanely generous. No, the group did not have to do this. I tethered to my phone to regain internet access, and we're all together again. And then this guy, Kramer, comes back and tows me back. So super, super generous, and he kind of buries himself to bring me back. So big shout out there, Kramer. Thank you, and big shout out to everybody who did wait up. You didn't have to do that. You really didn't. However, controversy does ensue. One rider, remember T-House? T-House does not let up and keeps going up the road and puts in a pretty big dig. But you know what? This actually ends up being a pretty fun kind of unifying effort for the group. We eventually chase him down. Kudos, he actually puts in a pretty big effort. I mean, it'd be a bad move if this were actually a race, but if this were actually a race, nobody would wait for me anyway. So all good, made for some good, legitimate theater on this Tuesday night. Order is restored. Well, for the most part, because unbeknownst to me, star of the 1994 blockbuster smash film The Mask, Jim Carrey was on this ride and was way off the front, just putting in big digs over and over, and here he is now. But not unlike his hopes for an Academy Award for Man of the Moon in 1998, Jim Carrey's efforts amount to nothing, but still, gotta give him credit for a big effort there, so nice one, Jim Carrey. Just topping up the climb, nobody's really fallen off, about 20k to go. Into the descent, and then off to some footage from Jeff Warner here, and what the hell is this? Some surreptitious, some nefarious scheming with none other than Kyle Herter about attacking on a dirt climbs. The private DMs there, you see the orange font, the private DMs, you see Jeff now using his phone. So unbeknownst to us true of heart riders, a trap has been set. And onto the dirt road, and Jeff and Kyle put on the power sauce. You can see Jeff just giving the beans there. They are going, him and Kyle Herter. And I think Jim Carrey is there as well. The main group is just off. Big honk by these two here. Pretty spicy heart rate that we're seeing with Jeff here. Jim Carrey does bridge up and comes around with something which I believe he was hoping would be an Academy Award winning effort. Kyle, I believe, is just about to drop out. He always has to leave at a certain time in the week, so they are down 1 watt farm. Let's take a look back at the main group. So this is a couple kilometers back, but you will notice somebody on the front here, sore legs. Calum Utley proceeds to put in an absolutely atom-splitting effort to bridge up to this group. I think it's about 6 minutes at about 5-6 watts per kilo, and I don't think anybody else is really up front at all, and it works. We get there. Let's none of us have cows, I say, just pleading for some kind of sanity. Just a quick look at Caleb's power from that, about 370 watts for 6 minutes. Yikes. Oh, then I dropped my towel.
And so we enter in the game.
9.2 kilometers to go, and then, oh my god, it is the revenge of Sherwood Plant, and who else goes but none other than Utley himself, Martin Utley. Let's actually switch to Sherwood's perspective and take a look at this. Don't mind if I do, he says, and just launches this massive honk. Nobody else goes, but Martin goes, hits a reported 1200 watts in doing so. Got a pretty good gap on us, but they still got 8K to go. Meanwhile, back in the pack, Jim Carrey again putting in a big effort, a huge effort, probably recovering from the critical disaster that was the Majestic. Back to the break here. Not entirely clear how they were working together. I'm sort of rooting for Marty. Marty is a THCer teammate, so Caleb and I are kind of trying to slow down the group, but apparently it doesn't really work quite as well in Zwift. But you can see us starting to close in here. Martin actually looks to be dropping Sherwood, so not sure what's up there, but we do eventually reel both of them in. And moving into the descent with about 3.5K to go, we are back together as one big sad unit, one big blob. The blob is back. 900 meters to go, and Jay Delaney just lights it up, goes for the flyer, puts in a big effort, and manages several bike lengths on the group. 700, 600 meters, and we're starting to close the gap, and the power-ups start to light up. You can see us beginning to reel Jay in. Such a good effort, but it's not quite enough. I managed to barely get back onto the main kind of sprint group, past a few folks there. And then you can see right here, Cody Canning, again, just launches and manages to take the line by a country mile. Second place goes to Scott Piercefeld. Sorry, I forgot your name wrong there, Scott. Followed by Sherwood Plant, Jeff Warner, Wilson Tran, and Jim Carrey, and myself. Or at least that's what I thought, because when we look at the sprint from multiple perspectives, we see 3 different narratives emerge here. I don't know what kind of Rashomon shit is going on at Zwift, but let's take a look at this here. So there's Scott going around, and you can see him getting Jeff Warner, going around Sherwood Plant for second, followed by, I believe, Jeff in third. But let's look at Jeff's perspective here, because, okay, so we're going, yada, yada, yada. There goes Cody. Cody is gone. They're passing Jay, who is Godspeed, Jay. Godspeed, cheese doodle. But here goes Jeff, and I believe that Sherwood Plant just ahead of him. Sherwood almost has it. Scott comes around for second, and then we have Jeff third. Okay, sure. I thought it was Sherwood third, but this shows Jeff third. Let's now switch to Sherwood's perspective. So there goes Cody Canning off the front. Here comes Jay. Sherwood still second wheel, yada yada, and then he gets second. So I don't really know what's going on here. I think this has something to do with everybody having different finish lines. So these are a bit of an imperfect science, these meetups, I know. I don't know. You be the judge. Comment below who you think the real winner was. Cody definitely won. I mean, we know that much. But the rest is kind of unreliably narrated by the old gods, the Zwift gods. Big shout out to Martin and Sherwood for that huge effort with 8K to go. That was pretty sick. Kyle and Jeff put in a good effort there. I liked that. Their little sort of conspiratory happenings that were happening there. Sore legs, massive effort to bridge that group up. Fantastic stuff. Jim Carrey, probably the most aggressive rider of the day. And big shout-outs as well to Hugo Pollock and Michael Stevens. This is the first time they made it to the end of the A group, which is a huge milestone in one cycling career. So Tuesday nights, the THC group ride. Add me to Instagram to get added. If you are in the B group and you want to record next week, please do comment below. Send me a message, whatever. I would love to get some footage. Okay, that's it. Please, come on, you know what to do. Subscribe, comment, like, share. Anything's appreciated. Okay.
wouldn't even hear me out.
Fucking